Hi, friends and fellow Earth Angels. It's Gladys, and welcome back to another one of my weekly Sunday card readings. And this spread will start by covering May 16th through the 22nd, or whenever you're guided to watch, as I always intend these to be timeless readings, meaning whenever it pops up in your feed, regardless of the date that it's stamped, those are when the messages are meant for you. So welcome. One of the messages that I was getting before I started the recording was to mention the importance of a daily practice, a daily morning ritual maybe, especially with the intensities of the energies that we're experiencing with now being in Mercury retrograde, the pre-shadow phase, the retrogrades of the planets, with the Taurus new moon that was activated on May 11th. It opened up the Sagittarius eclipse energy, so we will have an eclipse on the the full moon that's coming up at the end of the month, and so we will also be experiencing the Sagittarius eclipse, which is a fire energy, and I'm just feeling very strong guidance to encourage you to, if you're not already, setting a tone for yourself for the day, being able to ground and connect and align, the importance of getting into space of connection with mind, body, spirit, and emotions in alignment with the divine. And I've personally been doing that on a regular basis. And when I do, I find that I seem to be at the right place at the right time. My day runs smoothly. I tend to go to places where there's no lines, or I get there just in the nick of time. It happened at the post office the other day, and the laundromat, and I had a return at UPS, and I just so happened to get in there at the head of a rush. And I kind of smile to myself each time, and I attribute that to, before leaving the house, connecting and aligning and filling up with that unconditional love vibration. So, with the intensities of the energies, I would encourage that for the next few weeks as we move through the intensity of these energies. And when I say intense, I don't mean them in as a bad way. I kind of get giddy and excited, and also, I do some solar plexus work too, right? Because it can be powerful in a sense. It can feel like we're on a roller coaster ride, right? You're either hands are up in the sky, loving the ride, or you're grabbing the seat, holding on for dear life. Either way, remember that you're on a ride. Life is a journey about experiences and evolution and spiritual growth. So my intention is to support you this week with some angel messages. So the cards that I will be using I'll start with pulling an Archangel, the Archangel Oracle Cards. A message of healing from the angel with the crystal angels. Daily guidance with the daily guidance from the angels oracle. And then, because we're still in the Taurus new moon, and it's about abundance and money and finances and the financial plan, and we are going into, we're finishing out tax season for the most part, right? The 17th is tax day, so that could have stirred stuff up if you're, getting your taxes finished out or thinking about last year into this year, setting a financial plan for yourself. So we'll check in with the angels of abundance. And then we'll finish with love and light. And those of you who have been following me know that these are my cards that I connect with the greater good, the highest good, creator, source, God, whatever that energy is to you. Unconditional love vibration. All right, so let me open up space here. Let me invite in all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, the Divine Mother and Father, and all their holy beings of light that would like to assist with this guidance for you today. I'm going to connect specifically, I'm feeling Angel Gabriel. He's the angel of communication, and I want clear heart, clear voice, clear third eye when I channel these messages for you. Sometimes Mercury retrograde energy can be a little murky, a little distorted. So I'm going to invite the angel Gabriel in to assist me. And I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for our best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. All right, so let me pull a card for the angel of the week. What's the most important angel you need to hear, see, feel, and know? Get nice and clear. Okay, that's nice and clear. All right, let's begin. Oh, remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So here's the thing, and I just want to share this with you as it's insight and support for the week. So you could be tested this week. How do I want to break this down? We're human and we're divine, and we have human experiences, and we're going to get it right, and we're going to miss the mark, and we're going to have to go back to the drawing board. And this is the parts of being human, right? We are all here on this planet to strengthen our own soul growth and spiritual journey. We're here to connect through our humanness and expand the energy and the connection with the soul. We're here to deepen our connection with our intuitive compass and our innate wisdom that we all possess. And sometimes there is a fear vibration out there that does not want that come to light. So it may feel like you're being pulled off course. Remember, the beginning of the year, I talked a lot about, being mindful of influence over inspiration over influence. Right? Influence is like coming from the mind externally, like that people pleasing. I'm doing this for someone else or because I feel like I should. Dropping down into the heart and saying, this is who I am. I'm standing in strongly in my place. This is my voice. This is what I feel. And a lot of earth angels are going through this evolutionary experience where we're kind of separating from the norm, separating from fixing, saving, changing, making better, right? And then really being mindful of influence, the people in your life who are, maybe you're taking a leap of faith, or maybe you're making some adjustments in your life, or maybe you're making some changes and you have people in your life who might not understand it or who may be fearful, right? They love you, but they're fearful and they want the best for you. So I feel like Michael's reminding you this week, remember who you are. You are a child of God and you are so very loved. So many of us are embarking on a soul journey, right? Soul as in singular, and soul as in revealing the wisdom, the beauty of our heart song, right? And so Michael, I've been hearing sirens nonstop for like weeks. It happens when I'm working with clients and then when I have a fearful thought, and Michael is earning his keep out there, friends. Remember, his energy is infinite. So if you feel scared, confused, challenged, tested, invite the Archangel Michael in your life. Remember, the Divine is ethical, meaning they will not and do not intervene unless we're asking. So it is appropriate, it is healthy, it is important that you, especially as I talked about in the beginning, holding space, inviting in that divine energy before you go out into the world, before you interact with people, giving yourself some sacred time to connect mind, body, spirit, and emotions. So let me get the other angel. Oh my gosh, the dynamic duo. Michael and Raphael were the two angels that were the first two angels that I was introduced to on my journey. And I call them the dynamic duo. So Raphael's message says, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So I feel that many of you are embarking on new paths. You're maybe changing your course of direction. I keep seeing a compass. I feel like the angels are reminding you that when you call on them, invite them into your life, they will be your compass. They will be your navigator, right? Follow the leads. So the angel number is 4s. 4, 44, or 444. It means hundreds of thousands of angels are with you. Ask them anything. So that could be your way of knowing that they're with you, or you might see. So Michael's color, I connect with indigo, so either royal blue or royal purple. And Raphael, I connect with emerald green, Dorothy's red slippers, the Emerald City. So these are some signs that can come up to let these angels know that they're with you. Remember who you are. Give your cares and worries to angels. Remember, we're here to be a beacon of light on this planet. We are here to do things differently, right? We are here to pave new paths, right? We are in this age of Aquarius. We're in a 5-year in numerology. It's about transcendence. It's about transformation. It's about changing the way we do things. So you might certainly be in a place where you just wake up and you're like, yep, I'm all set with that behavior pattern. Don't want to do this anymore, especially when it comes to how you're being of service, right? There's a lot of aha moments. There's a lot of awakenings. There's a lot of awarenesses. So this is why I really believe it's important for you to create sacred space for yourself to check in with your feelings, check in with your body. I keep seeing the word using the angels to nurture and nourish yourself, especially your body. I've been listening to my body. I haven't been feeling as active as I have been in the past. And, my knees are bothering me a little bit where, part of me would in the past push through it, where now I'm just like, you know what? I'm listening to you, body. I hear you. I'm going through lots of changes and I'm going to take a break from the activity. I'm going to rest. I'm going to recoup. I'm going to recharge, which is in turn given me a lot of time to go in and reflect and process some things and some experiences I'm going through and some memories and some changes. So, this is the divine feminine path, right? So, the divine feminine energy, I say so often, is representative of like Hawaii energy, and the divine masculine energy is New York energy. Understand, we live in a world that operates predominantly in New York energy, right? Earth angels are more on Hawaii time, meaning we're expansive and we're in the present and we're taking in the scenery, and today I feel like this and tomorrow maybe not, and I change my mind. And there's this radiance, there's this beauty, there's this softness when you connect with flow, when you connect with there's a time and place for everything, right? Instead of trying to meet the agenda, the timelines, the hustle, being constantly in that energy. So obviously we all need to have some New York energy in us, and we all need to have some Hawaii energy in us, right? So understand that again, if you're more operating in Hawaii, which is me, I've been working with the divine masculine energy and connecting with New York energy. And I use those as a source of energy, like a vibrational. There's a clear vibrational difference between those two energies, right? So a lot of earth angels are in the intuitive path, right? We check in. What do I feel like today? Is this right for me? How do I feel? And it's a very difficult thing when you have people around you who are used to you jumping through hoops, saying yes all the time, taking on the responsibilities, and we're really learning about boundaries. So that may be tested this week, right? That might be something where, we got to kind of buckle down and really set our limits. People are, tugging and pulling, and that's part of the human experience. So let me check in. All right, team. So funny because I say they're my team, the dynamic duo. Michael comes in to protect, and Raphael comes in to facilitate healing. He's the angel of miracles, Raphael. He's the angel that actually helps us work through addiction. So, the addiction energy and the joy energy is connected to the sacral chakra, right? And so there's a fine line between joy and addiction. Addictions have been on the rise of all levels, right? Everybody has some form. I shouldn't say everybody. Oh, and there are the sirens as we talk about addictions, right? So here's how I see it. If you're escaping into something to avoid something else, it can become addictive. I also believe that everything is okay in moderation. There are the sirens. Thank you, Michael. I'm telling you, I've been hearing them constantly. So here's the thing. If we have a tough day, for example, and instead of going in to process it, sit with it, nurture, nourish, we suppress it and we dive into something that we can escape into. Understand that, at some point those emotions, those feelings, those experiences will surface, right? And so we're being asked to do this dance with being human and being divine and giving ourselves space. So Raphael can help you with healthy coping mechanisms. He can help you with healthy ways to process. He may guide you to a person who can support you. He may guide you to somebody you can have some talk therapy with. He may guide you to a video that could support you and give you some guidance as to where you're at. Again, all you've got to do is ask, Raphael, I'm open to receiving your guidance. Raphael, I'm open to receiving a miracle. Raphael is also the traveler, right? So if you're traveling this week, you can invite Archangel Raphael in your journey. I know this is, with the way the stars are aligned, it's a high travel time, and, flights can be delayed. I know there's a lot of changing of gates and flights and, timelines and things like that. So you can invite Raphael in to support you on your journey. If you're feeling the intensities of the energy, you can invite Archangel Michael in, almost like your suit of armor. And imagine being surrounded by that powerful light. Purple is a phenomenal color to use. The violet fire of transmutation, that's another great force field, but also doing some high vibrational cord cutting and energy clearing and force field to put on or around you as you go out into this world. Not because I want you to have the belief system that people have power and control over you, but because you are a sensitive, high vibrating being. It's like magnetic right? Your field and your beauty and your radiance and your light is magnetic. All types of energy, like a moth to the flame, right? You're the flame, and you know the flies and the moths, they can't help but be drawn to you, right? And that doesn't mean you have to entertain all that's drawn to your light. So having this force field or this energetic armor around you can help you kind of separate and be in your body to decipher, is this a boundary? How do I feel about this? Do I want to say yes? Do I want to say no? And it'll give you more of clarity as to how to move forward in situations. All right, so angels, Mr. MR, Michael Raphael. All right, Mr. What message of healing do you have for the collective this week? What crystal message of healing to support your earth angels? So let's do these two. Aquamarine. I love this color, right? So divine life purpose. It says, trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Absolutely, friends. So it's like, I'm seeing like the leader of the pack. Or separating from the pack. Again, I just keep getting that soul or singular journey. And many of you may be embarking on new experiences and doing things in new ways. There's a shedding that I feel that's going on. And many of you may be saying no more. Maybe some of you are saying yes to things more. But your purpose here on earth is to be a beacon of love and light, to be the embodiment of unconditional love on the planet, to harmonize and really integrate and experience the human and divine experience, right? And understand too, that's an energy that's been oppressed and suppressed on this planet for a very long time. So I feel like Michael is coming in to remind you why you're here. And maybe that might be what you contemplate in meditation. Why am I here? What's my course of action right now? Checking in, especially with this new moon in Taurus. It's about worth. It's about your value, self-esteem, confidence. You know, low vibrational energy is tricky, right? When, you know, we have people around us who may not be as divinely connected, that shadow energy, right, can creep in there and it can activate our own insecurities and all the things we may tell about ourselves, right? Oh, you can't do that. Your education, you don't have enough money. You shouldn't do that. Nobody's ever done it. You know, all these things are maybe coming up, right? So as we go into the rest of the year, like, you know, June and the last half of the year, I feel like it will be like action mode, right? So, you know, this might be a time to really reinforce your authenticity and what matters to you and what's important, your voice. That's what I'm seeing, your voice, your heart song, right? It's also coming up strongly. And then we also have Shroite. Spiritual protection, of course, right? I just said that probably 5 minutes ago, right? Surround yourself with purple light. So here it is, friends. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So some of you may be encouraged to do big things, make some big changes. I myself have been I've kind of been in cave mode. I decided at the beginning of May that I was going to go within And I was going to take as much time as I could to unplug from the world outside of my work. I've been shutting off TV and anything that has influence, and I've been praying, and I've been channeling, and I've been exercising and doing things to kind of move energy. And I've had some really big downloads, friends. I've had some really big let's call it maybe a dream or a vision, and it's way it's big, and I have no idea how it's going to all unfold, and I just keep practicing getting into my body and feeling that energy and asking my guides to unfold more information. So I'm doing more automatic writing, and I'm doing a more praying and fasting and meditating, and this is like Mother Mary's month, right? So I've been connecting with Mother Mary. My words this month for me through my cards is nurturing, so I've been in this space of nurturing. And from there, whatever I channel, whatever I create, I want it to be from the most authentic place, not what, I see out there or what's being done, which I think that's, part of one of the reasons why I went off, being plugged into, certain platforms online. And now I understand it. It's a time for me to kind of go in the cave, right? So many scribes and prophets and teachers and Mary Magdalene, right? I had this cave space. So, and I'm saying this too because maybe you've been feeling that cave energy. Maybe you've been feeling the cave calling you back, right? Through maybe feeling sadness or depression or anxiety and needing to withdraw and go within, right? That's where you find your inner wisdom. I know a lot of people are doing some really deep healing for their own spiritual journey and growth. And with that comes an opportunity to serve, to be able to share wisdom and information to others. And so big things are happening, friends. And so Michael and Raphael are reminding you they've got your back. They're working with you on your purpose. You're spiritually protected. Remember who you are when you're being pulled and tugged and influenced and these old beliefs, old ways of doing things. Old programming are pulling at you. And remember, you're here. You are an earth angel to be of service to humanity, to be able to be the embodiment of love, this higher level of love. Okay, so daily guidance to support you this week. What message? What prayer? What's something, angels, what's something they can say on a regular basis that they can remind themselves daily as we go into these next couple weeks? Let's see. Some guidance to take them in to the week. Something they can say. Whoa, woo. All right, so that fell. Oh, of course. Hold on a second. Play. And it literally popped out of the deck, fell on the floor. I looked down and I saw this beautiful, soulful child here leaping with joy. Again, I was talking about with Raphael how addictive tendencies, addictions, and also being... if you're involved with people who are immersed in addictive tendencies, right? That's something that can else draw you in. So you may not be having that, but you may be around people, right, who are being consumed by experiences that can become very addictive. It could be food, it could be soda, it could be TV, it could be drugs and alcohol, it could be escapism, procrastination, it could be video games, it could be movies, right? I mean, there's so many things. And again, I believe everything in moderation, for the most part, can be beneficial and part of the human experience. But, be mindful if you're escaping, if you're escaping a stressful situation and diving into something to relax or rewind, it can lead you to a sticky situation. It can be something where you're like, I need this in order to do this, right? So the angels are reminding you to play this week. This is guidance that you can take in for the week. So the message here says, beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. So it doesn't have to be all work, no play, right? This is kind of Hawaii, friends, right? I mean, I've been so drawn to this pink energy. I've been wearing pink. My mug is pink. The cards are pink. I put on my pink hearts today. Pink is, again, it connects me with Angel Jophiel, Angel Ariel, Mother Mary, obviously heart chakra. So if you can play through the heart, if you can giggle and laugh, if you can activate that vibration before you leave your house, if you can get playful with the angels. You know, it's amazing how the signs come in. It's amazing how they can connect with you. Sometimes keeping a journal in all the ways that the angels have sent you messages and signs. Remember, signs only come in the present moment, right? If your mind is so far in the future or so far in the past, and your mind is completely separate from your physical body, you know, that ritual in the morning that I was talking about can align you, get you back into your body and present with what's going on around you. Animal medicine will come up, numbers will come up. Let me know. So let me know if in the comments if there's a specific number that you see all the time, or if there's a specific sign that comes up to you over and over and over again. Because by sharing, what it might do is it may open up that energy to somebody else who would never think of something like that, right? This is why I share the different types of signs and why and what they mean to me, so that it plants a seed so that you too can also connect with that vibration, right? We're learning how to see the unseen. But if you don't know, you don't know. When you know, you do better, right? So share in the comments if you have any specific signs that really enlighten you or light you up or get you moving, and what those mean to you. That might be beneficial to support others who are coming in that may be new to this kind of stuff. So let's get playful. Yes, play. I love it. All right, so let's get an abundance, message on abundance. So this could be a message to support you with your abundance in energy and time and love and kindness, and maybe it's the material, right? Maybe this is a time to call in checks you've been waiting for, or this could be a time for you to call in decisions, judgments, anything that you might be waiting for that will create an influx of flow in your life. All right, angels, what do you want us to know about abundance this week? Ooh, attracting, not chasing. Here's this look at the colors here. I love it. So the message says, anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way. Oh boy. Because of the fears underlining chasing energy. Instead, remember, it's that lack, right? And again, that's that I've talked about this in other videos. It's like doing something to get something, or being outcome dependent, right? That this needs to happen this way and I'm attached. It's that clinging energy, right? It's a feeling of, I've got to do something about this. I'm so uncomfortable. I have to fix it. I have to force something, right? I'm seeing I'm seeing the phrase, let it be. I'm hearing that, singing the not imagine, oh my god, I'm hearing let it be, speaking words of wisdom, right? Mother Mary comes to me. I'm seeing the words, let it be. So the rest of the message here says, instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. This is exactly what I was talking about in the morning. Set that intention to feel, right? To feel aligned, to feel filled up. If you are in a place of fear, so I just went and had my taxes done for last year, and I'm good. I cover my bases with my taxes, but even though I had covered my bases, or even though I had prepared myself and had done all the things, I couldn't help but feel the angst and the anxiety, right? Getting ready to go into the accountant's office, right? It's money based. It's, obviously, there's been crazy times and you never know what to expect. Laws are changing all the time, right? So daily right now. And God bless you if you're an accountant or a bookkeeper. I send you so much love and gratitude. And it's been a wild ride with keeping up with the changes, right, with state and government. Anyway, I recognize that old feeling of lack, or that old feeling of fear, even though my reality was telling me I had nothing to fear, I had nothing to worry about. That old energy was coming up. So I gave myself some time to sit with it, right? Instead of forcing it, instead of making myself crazy, I knew I had done all the things I needed to do. I pulled back. I trusted, I gave it to God, and I didn't leave for the appointment until I felt like a boss. I have this bracelet that I wear. Red connects me with Mary Magdalene and the divine feminine energy, and I have my bracelet. My bracelet reminds me who I am and who is in charge, right? The divine, creator, source, the boss. And so, I have these things because it's so easy for me to forget and get caught up in old ways and old feelings. And obviously, if you know anything about Cancer, moon children, me as a quadruple moon child, emotions can go 0 to 60 in a second. Anyway, so, working on this, paying attention to the impulse, paying attention to the icky feelings that are old, that are going to arise, and being able to soothe that part of you so you're not digging a deeper hole sometimes, right? Sometimes we've got to let go, let God, let it be, release it, leave space, invite the Holy Spirit in, ask the Holy Spirit to help you follow the lead, right? Open the doors as they go, and really get back into your body and in that empowered space. And again, what I talk about, it could be a reminder for you. Maybe you already know these things. Maybe you're practicing, and this could be giving you some nourishment because maybe you know these things, but yet you're still, repeating patterns. Which is normal. We keep doing it until it lessens the time, right? Some patterns and cycles, can go on for years, and then a year, and then 5 months, and then it happens again, and it only takes a month, and then, for the final time, it takes maybe a minute for you to recognize it and shift it. So, having patience with your journey. I know that came up last week. So this is something that you can practice this week, right? Where may you be impulsive and reactive and needing to, it could also too, perpetuating a situation without all the facts or without all the information, right? That could also be something that comes up. And so how can you relax, breathe, soften, and open when you feel that energy of clinging or needing to do something about something, and giving yourself space so you take inspired action, right? And then when you have an experience or a release or you feel good, remind yourself more of this. This is what feels good. More of this or something even better. I've been really lit up and just feeling amazing in the work that I'm doing and where I'm going and what I'm channeling and what I'm creating and the experiences I'm having that are like, oh my God, all over the map, friends. And, I always affirm more of this or something even better. This feels good. I'm really paying attention to my process eventually so I can teach it and I can support you. But remember, if you're an earth angel that's doing this work, your way of moving through things is eventually going to be what you teach and what you share, the wisdom that you share with others to support them. All right, final message. Let's see. Oh, it just hit 40. Oh, when I said final message, it hit 40 minutes and 00 seconds. And 4 is the angel number, and 0s for me is the vibration that I connect with God. And I pulled up the God card. So the boss is here. All right, so let me ask. I love how the synchronicities and all these things unfold. Let me ask God, what is the most important message that you need your children to hear, see, feel, and know? Your children's of the light. Children of the light, not children's. What do your children of the light need to know? Father love. Whoa. Oh gosh, that fell over. Hold on a second. I gotta go get these cards. Oh, I love it. I see father and mother love. So here's the message from Father Love. There's 2 cards that fell out. It says, use loving strength and discernment. It says, I'm not trying to win the approval of people, but of God. If pleasing people were my goal, I would not be Christ's servant. You see, this goes back to the beginning when I was telling you, you may have to set a boundary. You may have to put your foot down. You may have to say no. You may have to practice saying yes to the things you want to say yes to and no to the things you want to say no to, right? Use loving strength and discernment. This is what I was talking about earlier about acting instead of reacting, taking pause before we're impulsive and we get fired up and angry, right? I mean, obviously anger is a normal human reaction to things, but it's never okay to dump that on somebody else or make somebody else pay. You're miserable in that space, right? So process it in your own space. Friends, I get fired up all the time. I call it hot. I'm like, man, I am hot. I am fuming. I am fired up. And I sit with it, and eventually it turns into passion. It's almost like an adrenaline rush when I actually sit with it. And so that's how I transform this energy. I mean, I am an Italian fiery woman. So again, anger is nothing to be ashamed of, right? This is what happens when we're passionate about things. But like I said, if we internalize it, ingest it, and we let it eat us up and we suppress it, and we're fuming on the inside, and bitterness is really cycling through our body, it will just create more pain and lack of quality of life. So again, I'm not trying to win the approval of people, but of God. If pleasing people were my goal, I would not be Christ's servant. So God is saying, look up, right? It's so beautiful. There are the birds here because the reason why I said I feel like this is Father Love, and I feel like this card is Mother Love. Commit to a spirit of excellence. And I just see the bird here, right? This is kind of, for me, it connects me with the Holy Spirit energy. It connects me with the divine feminine energy. It says, whatever you do, do well. Boom. And I'm just seeing the birds here, right? Taking flight, phoenix rising, the messenger. So these birds in ancient times were messengers, right? There's a lot of divine energy around it. So whatever you do, do it well. Commit to a spirit of excellence. I love that. I mean, we couldn't have ended on a better note. And this is where you become powerful, my friends. Power, Full. right? Soulful. Soul, Full. Those are the way I've been interpreting these words lately. Filling yourself up and then giving from the overflow, giving from inspired action, the call of the heart. There's still a lot of energies being exposed. There's still a lot of stuff coming up in the world. So the masses are going to need those beacons of light. I just see you guys as like a pillar of light in your town, in your city, in your community, in your network, in your work environment, right? And I'll tell you, friends, operating through light, through flow, through soulful experiences is so much more easier and so much more gratifying and so much more fun, right? So I just see your lives changing for the better. As always, I just want to share if I can support you in any way. Sometimes one session sets you straight. I encourage you to ask the divine to send you the right people, places, things, and ideas to support you on the journey. This is not a time to go it alone, but it's not a time to, connect with people who don't understand the mission, who don't get it, who aren't operating in this vibration, right? Every single person on this planet is in a different space, in a different stage, in a different time, right? So, when you open your arms to receive from the divine, they will shift you to be a vibrational match for people who support you, who get you, who see your light, right? Of course, I can be that support, but there could also be people in your community, in your state. There could be other people you resonate with online. We're all finding each other, friends. We're all banding together. I just see this beautiful network of of us all just kind of holding hands, loving each other through this transformation and these experiences and a change we're going through. I'm so excited to work with so many of you as I see your lights ignite and you get fired up and you're making changes, and it's such an inspiration. So thank you for sharing with me. Thank you for showing up and working with me. Thank you for contributing to this channel and being here. Change is upon us. All right, so let me close space. God, look at all this purple. Like, what's the word? I forget the word. It begins with a P. I know you've told me this before. The color I'm thinking of begins with a P. It's like bluish purple with a little gray. I always forget that color. I should look up what it means when I find out. But anyway, I'm seeing these throat chakra. I'm seeing third eye chakra, spiritual protection, this bluish energy here. We're getting ready to speak out. I love it. All right. Also, too, if you see anything else on the cards that I missed as I channel, most of the time my eyes are closed while I'm channeling this, so I'm not always completely tuned into the pictures. Please share. I love your comments. And I have to give a shout out to Jessie, who always contributes phenomenal, beautiful, wonderful insight to the comment section. So thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being present. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I appreciate it more than you know. So shout out to you. All right, let me close space, thanking all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, the divine mother and father, and all their holy beings of light that assisted with this guidance for you today, specifically Archangel Michael and Raphael and Gabriel, because I got through it. And I'm going to ask that any healing that was started today continue for as long as it needs to be done in mind, body, spirit, and emotions in all ways. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching. If you want to connect with me, all my information and the cards that I used is in the notes below. I love you so much. God loves you. Trust in the divine, trust your intuition, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.